Good morning. We're going to do a plan with me for the week for August, 9th, Sunday through Saturday. It's Saturday morning right now before the week starts, and I'm just going to go ahead and go over what I do in my Passion Planner daily, or not Passion Planner daily. I've been thinking about doing a daily, or getting a daily, but this is the Passion Planner weekly. So we're going to go ahead and go through this. We're going to go through my cards for keeping the house nice and tidy, and then go through the Trello board, because one of the biggest things that I'm doing for this week is making sure that we get all of our summer activities in and checked off and scheduled into the calendar, because there's some things I've been wanting to do and we just haven't done it yet, and it's because I haven't made plans to do it. You know, one of those fail to plan, plan to fail kind of situations. So anyway, first things first, what we'll do is just go over last week, which is a week that I'm currently in. I have my little stickies on here. That's embarrassing. So what I've done is crossed off everything I've gotten to. And for the most part, I've been doing pretty good. I don't know if you can see with my to-do lists. I've gotten most of it done that we went over. I honestly can't tell if you can see it or not, so I apologize. But the biggest thing that I still have left to do is the math curriculum and first grade curriculum research. I've done the research, I just have to figure out what one it is that we're going to end up going with. And I'll show you that in the next week, because I've already kind of worked on next week based off of what's been happening this week. And then I'm moving into the fall too, because school's coming in September. I really do need to at least have the first few months planned out. And I've been waiting to see what our school district is going to do about school in September, which I know is every parent's situation right now. So I still have to figure that out, but I've done the research, and then I have to get some little items online that we just haven't prioritized. Shane had an accident on Monday on his skateboard, and so he's kind of been taking this week easy. So we didn't really talk to him about a helmet yet. You know what I mean. Okay, so anyway, the hypnotherapy person that I contacted never actually called me, so that's a bummer. I'll follow up with it though. I still have to declutter our homeschool room and get our car tabs, and I have to do some research on that because my car tab little mail-in thing never came, so I don't know what's up with that. And then I still have to print out my measurement tool, but I did a great job as far as my monthly goal. We talked about that in my August Plan With Me video, that my goal for August is to make $100 online. Go watch that video because it was all real-time brainstorming. I hadn't thought about any of the details. Before that, I just knew in August I wanted to challenge myself to actually do something about the long-term goal. Passion Planner has you go through a roadmap for the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next year, I think, and then, or maybe it's 3 months, year, 3 years, and then lifetime. And so one of the goals that I've had is to create kind of a passive income, in the sense that I'm not trading time for dollars. It's more I create a product or some type of productized service or something like that, where I am charging for the value that it provides you rather than the time that I spent on the product. So anyway, I've been wanting to do that for a while. In August, I'm gonna just get that focused, or put that focus on the month. So here it's there, and then I listed that as the top priority project for work. And one of the first steps that I had decided to do was to create a list of 100 ideas, because at all times I feel like I have an idea rolling around in my brain. I'm going to make a whole video just geared towards that specific topic, because I did get my list done. I have it back here in the back of my Passion Planner. I have that very, very long list, and I'll make a whole video about that list for anyone else that has a similar goal to mine. But I've been working on it, is basically what I'm trying to say. And then the Artist Way, I've been doing a really good job as far as morning pages go. So I'll just go ahead and check those off. I did my morning pages for today. I have highlighted all the videos that I've planned to put out. I planned to put out my 100 ideas video yesterday, but I got an idea to make it even better, so I'm going to push it out until Tuesday. And instead of doing my summer bucket list on the Donos, I'm kind of wrapping it all up. And I still might do one on our family channel, but I'm wrapping it all up in here. We're going to talk about what I'm hoping to do in the summer and scheduling that in. So that's going well. And as far as making sure that we're all nice and healthy, it's definitely a work in progress. It's something that I have been working towards doing. I've been working in Trello. We've got our meal plan. And then I do need to create those daily sheets, something for our children to be able to look at each morning that kind of goes over a family motto. I have to write that down and figure out exactly what it is that I want my kids to be reading every day. And then a to-do list, and that's just kind of getting them out of the summer haze and putting them more into growth mindset, I guess. And then Wyatt had Spanish class this week twice, and it was really fun. It was cute to hear him. It's just on OutSchool. It's a great opportunity for kids nowadays to go onto Zoom. They did it prior to the pandemic. They did a YouTube class, and it was with kids from around the world, and it was really cool. And so with the pandemic, I signed them up for a couple classes. And in the fall, this is kind of just testing out to see if we want to do a foreign language class on OutSchool. And I think that we will end up doing that because it's, like I said, Wyatt loved it. And then I've been keeping up on my YouTubes, and yeah, so this week is good. Oh, you know what I didn't do was my artist date. I didn't do it. I was supposed to, it's in here. Where did I put it? I was supposed to do it one of the mornings, and then I completely skipped it. And it was, maybe it was at nighttime, I forget where it was. I just wanted to spend time with my family because I have to work. I've been working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I work tomorrow too. So I just wanted to spend time with my family instead of do it. And now I feel really bad about it. It's a bummer. So it's part of my Artist Way program. I've never skipped one yet. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do about skipping that. And I have to do my check-in tonight. So I'm sure I'll figure it out at that point. All right, so moving into this week, I'm going to complete my cards and get them reviewed. I'll talk more about that in my 100 Ideas video, and then that's my focus. I do have to still write out last week's good things that happened, which is one of my favorite things to do. You just bullet point and think about all the good things that went down, and it always makes me feel better. And then finally, going along with the video theme, I have them planned out and highlighted, which I always get really nervous about highlighting things because that's a permanent thing I'm going to be doing. But I still did that anyway. And one of the things that I have been thinking about doing is getting a highlighter set from Passion Planner, because I have this cute marker set that the kids, I got them for their art class. But it bleeds through the paper, so I only have this one pink highlighter that I can use that doesn't bleed through the paper and that still shows pencil. And I'm scared of getting a different highlighter system because I don't want to waste the money and find out that either the pencil doesn't show through or that it bleeds through the paper. You know, those planner worries. So I thought about ordering those and trying it out, because there is, when I look at it visually, I just like to see the different categories that I'm focusing on. I don't know. So I have some of the little summer ideas I've already entered into here. I've entered in my work to-do list based off of the idea that I'm moving forward with, that out of that 100 ideas, and then I'm going to break that down even further into things that I need to do to accomplish that. And then I have my videos laid out here in this box, and then I'm going to complete the personal to-do list by adding in some items that are in my cards, and we'll get those organized too. So going through these summer items, I already added in a few, such as buy flowers for the house. That's just a nice summer thing that I thought I would do. Normally wouldn't have flowers in the house because I think it's more irritating to have to deal with dying flowers than it is to have them. I mean, it's such a fleeting kind of experience, but I thought that's something different that I can try again. And plus right now there's so many different like local flower providers out there, and in our area Pike's Place Market is closed, and so a lot of the flower shops that are local don't have an outlet to sell their items. So I mean, it's a good time to be doing that. And then I'm going to attempt to ferment cabbage. I've tried it in the past and it hasn't worked out for me. I end up getting like a bacteria type thing up on the top, so I have to do a little bit more research on how to do that effectively. I also want to create a Let Us Be Grateful chalk drawing on the street, and I just thought that would be kind of a fun thing to do with the kids. I'm sure they won't be crazy about it. They might ride bikes while I'm out there doing it. I looked at all this stuff to see what the weather looks like in the next week and then wrote that out based off of it too. I also want to host an indoor spa morning for the boys. I did that at the start of the pandemic and they loved it. It was so cute. They had their little feet in the water, and I took them up to the bathtub and like helped them scrub their feet with like a coconut oil sugar scrub thing, and they just thought it was the most luxurious experience. I played like spa music and did all the things, essential oils, etc. So I've already started to enter things in terms of the homeschooling thing too, just to follow up with that. I did add in a date where I'm going to go to that consignment store. I researched it and they're still open. So if you are thinking about homeschooling, I would look into consignment, because textbooks, just like in college, they are expensive for curriculum type of a situation. So let's go into Trello. Trello has all the items that I am gathering for our summer kind of bucket list, summer 2020. I've done this in the past, so I just use summer 2020 on here. If you go to Trello.com, you can see all of my boards. And then there is down here, you can see our movie adventure. That's one of the biggest things that we were doing this summer because of the stay at home. I mean, it's no longer really a stay at home order. We're in phase 2 here in King County in Washington State. But I still don't like going out that often or doing the things like normal summer touristy type things because of just how many people are out. There's only a limited amount of things that are available to do. And we went hiking at Twin Falls here in the greater Snoqualmie area, and I knew it was going to be busy, but it was just so many people there, and it was fine. We still really enjoyed it, and we don't generally hike in the summer because of that. There's usually a lot of people there, but it was still really fun. And so anyway, I focused on the movie adventure and making it really fun. And I also found this really cool link that I'll try and see if I still have it. It has a printable PDF that you're able to, I think it's from 2018, but still relevant. And it had all these different categories in it. So within Trello, what I did was add these labels, of course, of where the movies are. And then you can do a custom field, and I put the category that PDF included. And so you can kind of keep track. And the kids are like, why are we watching this movie? And I remember, oh yeah, this movie is, I don't know, like example for the birds, it's a horror movie, and that's the category in there. And I thought that was tame enough to let the kids watch it. So going down, I got The Shape of Water from the library, by the way, and when I was reading reviews about it online, it was all about romance and accepting people for who they are. And we watched the Oscars, and I loved hearing about The Shape of Water when it was winning all of those awards. But I got the DVD, and it's rated R. I don't know how I missed that, but so I think Shane and I are going to be watching it together instead. But that was because it was filmed with a different language. And even that fact I'm not completely sure of. Either way, I want to watch it. And so I have a list of movies here, and I should probably move all the ones over that we've already seen. Oh, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang came from the library too. We watched Edward Scissorhands together, which was a really cool movie to watch with the kids because I remember watching it as a kid and being amazed, and like, it's such a weird movie, especially as a kid. And as an adult, you appreciate it a little bit more as far as like the imagery goes with the suburbs and all the moms rushing home when the cars come home. I really liked it. And then we did watch The Matrix. We watched the original one, and then we watched the second one, and we decided we weren't going to watch the third one because the second one was not very good. And the best thing is we watched it on YouTube TV, and it was recorded from BBC America, or BBC, and so all of the swear words were changed and anything inappropriate was removed. So made it a lot easier for us. We just had to fast forward the commercials, which could be annoying at times, I guess. But I have all of this listed on our wall too, and then that way I show the boys which movie we're watching that night, and it makes it a pretty fun experience. We do have Jaws, and I'm still pretty nervous about showing the kids that, but I'm kind of relying on the fact that it's old, and the kids are pretty aware of, like, if something's real or not. I still might not. I don't know. They really want to see it. Moving on. I know. And my mom's like, they're never going to want to go in the water again. So maybe Shane and I will just watch it. So anyway, I started making lists of all the things to do in August. I have it here on the bucket list piece. And maybe for fun, I'll add some photos on there. But they're all really personal to me and fun things that I want to do. And then there's some other ones that I gathered from online and what people are doing. And then I might even search for more specific things as far as summer bucket lists go, like maybe what to do in the summer in Seattle or what to do during a pandemic. And I kind of already did that with this resource, which I highly recommend checking out. It's about virtual camps and activities for kids, and Big Life Journal put it out, and I just saved it to go over. But there were some really good ideas here. See, like they have OutSchool as one of the ideas. So anyway, so what I'm doing now is just making sure that I transfer things over from August onto my planner, so I make sure that I get them done. And if I don't get them done, I'll move it to the next week. But the idea is that this will encourage me to actually do it. Yeah, so let me know what you're doing for your summer bucket list. I mean, I have things on here that are pretty fun to me personally, like the sidewalk chalk picture. That was an idea that was from a blog, and then I just included it to be that let us be grateful because I thought that was really fun for me personally to do. And then also I think it would be fun for the neighborhood to take a peek at. Discover the best donut in town. I don't know if that's realistic to do now because it was so hard to find donuts the last time I looked for them. But we did something similar like that in where it was a science experiment for Kelly. Well, like an experiment, a social experiment, where they eat cheese. And so we got quesadillas at the different Mexican restaurants in town, and they had to figure out which one was best. And then we made a chart, and like we're able to judge based off of that. Kelly created a hypothesis of what he thought was going to be the right one, and we went through the whole thing. So anyway, I don't know if we'll be as like specific or go like through the academic process with it, but it just might be fun. They liked it at least. They're very serious in their judgment of whether or not which quesadilla was good or not. Sunrise yoga. I don't know how we'll do this. A lot of the yoga studios are closed in the area due to the recent change in social distancing rules. But we did a sunrise yoga when we went to Disney Aulani. That was part of our staycation. And Wyatt did sunrise yoga with me, and it was so fun. He woke up early, and we did like a video of it. But maybe we could do it outside since it's nice and warm now. I think he would like that. And then creating a mocktail and going to play cards with Shane outside. That's on my to-do list to do already, and I wanted to actually schedule it in because otherwise we would have just gotten distracted with other things we need to do. I don't know how to play poker, and so I thought it would be fun to learn. So little things like that. And plus it would be kind of like a nice date night for he and I to do. Ferment and sprout stuff. I started to sprout broccoli seeds, and I've done that over the last couple years off and on. But I have broccoli seeds again, and it's pretty popular right now, especially with, there's a new book that came out from the juice guy about how you can essentially get all your nutrients from sprouting, and it's really easy to do. But I want to go a little bit further and start learning about fermenting and just like canning in general. I've tried it in the past, but I haven't really taken it that seriously. So yeah, stargazing. That's really something I want to do, especially with the meteor shower that's happening. Planning that to make sure I get it done. I'm going to add that onto the list. So I know I didn't physically write anything with you guys, but just know that's what I already have this stuff out, and I'm going to keep adding, and it'll look something like that. Nice and messy. All right, so really fast before we go, I'm going to just organize my cards with you. Hopefully you can see this. Yeah. Okay, so I have all of my daily cards here. I'm going to just move those and set them aside. As you can see, I haven't organized them since the 5th, but basically what I did is any card that was important, I then moved it over to the day. Like here I have little things that I've written notes on. As you can see, I didn't complete my kitchen things on my modified cleaning day, or moderate cleaning day. And the nice thing about this system is that if you don't get to it, and I knew I wasn't going to get to it really, you can skip it twice, and that gives yourself a little bit of wiggle room, and then on that 3rd time you absolutely have to do it, and you just note that you've skipped something. So here I have my weekly items. I'm going to go ahead and just set these aside before I actually go through and look at what I actually did, and then I have my day of the week card and the date card. And I'm just going to organize things. And this is every other day, so it's kind of set aside. And then anything that's not weekly or daily is in black, and it's going to go over there. This is my weekly stuff, day stuff. Today is the 8th. And so here you can see on Friday I was supposed to do outside errands day, and one thing that I didn't have planned but I knew I needed to get done was my oil change, so I used that opportunity as my errands day to go get my oil changed, and I filled up with gas for the next 4 days worth of work, so I didn't have to worry about that. And that just goes with the general energy of the day. I've written a few other things down. So when I create those daily sheets for the boys, it's going to go along with these weekly cards, and it'll it'll go along with what I've already been practicing and verbally communicating with them. But now they're going to actually be able to see what mom's plan is ahead of time. And I've seen a few examples of what I want to do online. I just have to actually do it. Oh, you know what's one thing I did? I got the boys a reading thing. If you go to Teachers Pay Teachers, they had a sale. I think their sale is over, but I got them this really cool, I'll link it below. It's this really cool reading log that asks questions too. I was going to make my own, but this one was way easier and it's not that expensive. Actually, it's really affordable for curriculum. And then I also got this other calendaring type thing to do with Wyatt, along with a reading log for him. So I'll link those below because I really like them. And so today is the 8th. So 7th, we're here on the 8th. We're not going to be mowing the lawn today. It's raining. Today I'm supposed to clean the computer, do my banking, bookkeeping. I'm going to keep all of that in there because I could still get to that this evening. So anyway, what I'm going to go ahead and do is just place them. I'm going to use my monthly layout and place them in the following week for whatever it says up on this top corner. And then I'm going to go ahead and place the dates at the end of the month. So all the cards will cycle through again. It's a really cool system. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a really great month so far, and I'm going to give you my 100 ideas video this week, an Artist's Way video on Wednesday, and then another Plan With Me video. So make sure that you are subscribed for those video notifications, and please like the video if you are enjoying it too. It means a lot to me. Or leave a comment below. You could do both. But otherwise, thanks guys. Enjoy your week.